In 2021, Squid Game took the world by storm, captivating viewers with its brutal depiction of survival in a dystopian competition. The show resonated with people for many reasons: its critique of capitalism, the heart-pounding tension, and of course the absurdity of seeing grown adults lose their lives in children's games. But what if you, dear reader, found yourself in this situation? How would you fare? Here's a candid and somewhat humorous take on navigating the world's deadliest playground. Step 1. Understanding the game's rules. Good luck. The first thing to grasp about Squid Game is that there are rules, but they exist more as vague suggestions than actual guidelines. Sure, the rules seem simple enough: play a children's game, follow the instructions, and try not to die. But let's face it, no amount of studying the rulebook will prepare you for what's coming. One minute you're freezing mid-motion during red light, green light, and the next, you're dodging sniper rifles disguised as robotic dolls. It's like playing hide-and-seek with the Grim Reaper as referee. Good luck trying to outsmart that. Step 2, trust no one, not even yourself. Forming alliances seems like a good idea at first. Humans are social creatures after all. But alliances in Squid Game are about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Sure, you'll meet some friendly faces, but trust is a currency that's worth about as much as Monopoly money in this twisted world. Remember when you thought player 001 was just an adorable old man? Well, spoiler alert, you might be better off betting on a horse than betting on loyalty here. The only person you can truly rely on is yourself, and even that's debatable when you're hanging off the edge of a glass bridge. Step 3. Games are not always fair, obviously. One of the key takeaways from Squid Game is that life and the games themselves are inherently unfair. This isn't like the Olympics, where you can cry foul if the judge's scoring seems off. In Squid Game, fairness is a luxury for the rich spectators, not for you. Case in point, the honeycomb game. Remember the ease with which some players got a triangle, while others were stuck with intricate shapes like an umbrella? If you thought your biggest challenge would be staying within the lines, think again. The real challenge is staying alive long enough to contemplate just how absurd your luck is. Step 4. Moral dilemmas are a waste of time. Squid Game presents players with a series of moral dilemmas that, if you're not careful, will give you an existential crisis right in the middle of a tug-of-war. Sure, you could take a moment to ponder the ethics of the situation, maybe even try to maintain your humanity. But here's the thing: when you're on a platform above a gaping abyss, debating the morality of pulling your opponents to their death, you might want to refocus. Squid Game is a place where second thoughts get you eliminated faster than you can say marbles. Step 5. Embrace the absurdity. The beauty of Squid Game is that it makes absolutely no sense, but it doesn't have to. Grown adults in tracksuits playing games meant for kindergartners? Check. A masked villain whose idea of a casual afternoon is overseeing human suffering? Sure, why not? Once you accept the sheer absurdity of it all, the experience becomes strangely freeing. After all, this isn't your run-of-the-mill deathmatch, it's a psychological labyrinth where even the most mundane activities like cutting shapes out of honeycombs could determine your fate. At this point, nothing makes sense, and that's the point. Final thoughts: how to win or not. If there's one thing Squid Game teaches us, it's that survival isn't always about strength or intelligence. Sometimes, it's pure luck. Sometimes, it's knowing when to form alliances, and when to betray them. And sometimes, it's just about keeping a straight face when everything around you is crumbling, both literally and figuratively. So, if you ever find yourself in a real-life Squid Game scenario, remember, keep your wits about you, don't trust the guy in the creepy mask, and most importantly, don't stress too much about making sense of it all. After all, surviving is already hard enough without trying to figure out why the frontman is so into classical music. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.